What's up, guys? This is Crypto with James talking to you today about Lido DAO. I actually like Lido DAO, but there are issues for me regarding its potential for price appreciation long term, and I'll explain what they are in a second, because it has to do with Ethereum staking fundamentally, and it actually has to do with staking in general. But if you're an Ethereum holder, or you're a holder of Polkadot or Kusama, or you're looking to buy a coin that can be staked, you'll want to pay attention to this. Before I get into it, I update the spreadsheet. Now, if you're new to the channel, these are the first 26 coins I actually spoke about on the channel. They're the first 26 I held after the 2018 crash. Had you invested $100 into each of these when I released videos about them, and you were still holding all those cryptos, you'd be in profit for 8K. That's with buying them and doing absolutely fuck all with them for an entire year and a half. If you'd have sold them at the right time when the markets were riding high in the previous bull cycle, you could have made 123 grand from a $2,600 investment. That's like a 40-50x. If you want to make these gains, come check out Copy My Crypto. It's where I share the coins I'm buying during the bear cycle. The coins I think can have the massive gains. Phantom tops that list, and it's no coincidence. I did a whole Udemy course saying this was the best investment of the year. I said it would 100x. Obviously, it did a 677x. Now, when I find the next coin that can do the run like Phantom, I'm not going to create a Udemy course like last time. I'm simply going to tell the members on the site. So if you want to get ahead of the curve, if you want to learn about the next big 100x coin, then come to the site, because I will be announcing that very, very soon. So if you want to be ahead of the game, go to the site, read through it, and if it resonates with you, I look forward to seeing you there. Right, Lido DAO. Lido DAO has a decent market cap, $500 million. There's a lot of value locked in as well. Those are good signs. Those are really, really good signs. Invested by Paradigm Portfolio and 3 Arrows, but we'll ignore the 3 Arrows thing. Obviously, we know what happened there. Now, Lido DAO is a liquid staking solution for Ethereum, so it lets users stake their Ethereum with no minimum deposits or maintaining of infrastructure. Now, what that means is fundamentally, look, with Ethereum, there is a requirement to become a validator on Ethereum. You must invest 32 Ethereum. For you to earn staking rewards from Ethereum, 32 is required. Now, the problem there is a lot of people can't just buy 32 Ethereum. That's very expensive. However, thanks to Lido, they have an alternative solution where you can simply hold 1 ETH, half an ETH, and you can stake it. And, the staking returns are pretty damn good. 5.3% is not bad at all for Ethereum. When you think long term, it's probably going to be a very, very expensive coin, more so than what it is right now. And there's $5.8 billion worth of Ethereum staked right now, which is a lot, right? There's 131 million worth of Solana staked, 37 million worth of Polygon, and then you've got 11 million worth of Polkadot and 3.2 million worth of Kusama. And obviously the APRs for Polkadot and Kusama are very, very good. Now, Lido works by letting users stake their assets, and you get daily rewards. There is no minimum. And when staking Lido, you mint staked tokens, which are issued at a 1-to-1 rate. So if you stake, let's say 1 ETH, you'll get 1 staked ETH in return. Your staked ETH can then be used across the DeFi ecosystem to compound your yield. That's the beauty. So they give you a liquid Ethereum or a liquid Polkadot or a liquid Kusama or whatever, and then you can use that back into the ecosystem. So you can build your earnings. And Lido lets you use your staked assets to gain yield. That's the beauty. So you can use your tokens as collateral for lending, yield farming, and more. And Lido actually is a very, very clever ecosystem. They're integrated with Curve, Maker, 1inch, FTX, Aave, Ledger. There's tons. There's another 26. And I like this. I really do like this. But let's just take a look for a second. Now, when So as an example, here's your Ethereum. So you put 1 in. So you will receive 1 staked ETH. That's the exchange rate, 1 to 1, which is useful because then you can start integrating that staked ETH into other areas. Now, Lido itself, it has the rewards section as well. So then you've got a staked ETH balance, and you can use that to earn more. And there's more info on the average APR as well. Now, the staked ETH price usually is a little bit off the actual ETH price. Not dramatically, but a little bit off. So one thing people need to be aware of is there exist some risks when staking ETH. There's an inherent risk that Lido could contain a smart contract vulnerability or bug. It's open source and audited and covered by an extensive bug bounty program to minimize risk. So if anyone spots a bug, they can get hold of Lido, and Lido will pay them as a reward for finding the bug. There is a technical risk as well because Lido is built atop of experimental technology under active development. So there's no guarantee that Ethereum has been developed error-free. Any vulnerabilities inherent to Ethereum 2.0 brings with it slashing risk as well as staked ETH fluctuation risk. The value of staked ETH is built around the staking rewards associated with the Ethereum beacon chain. If Ethereum fails to reach required levels of adoption, significant fluctuations could occur. Then you've got the management risk. So early stages of Lido, slightly more than 600,000 Ethereum became held across multiple accounts backed by a multi-signature threshold scheme, which minimized custody risk. And if signatories across a certain threshold lose their key shares, get hacked or go rogue, we risk these funds. Now that is less than 20% of total stake as of April 2022. And they risk those funds becoming locked. That could obviously be a problem. Then there's slashing risks. So ETH validators risk taking penalties with up to 100% of staked funds at risk if validators fail to validate transactions. Now, Lido have taken steps consistently to address any possible risk, but you have to understand the risk is there. And the threshold signature is controlled by the signatories chosen by the Lido DAO. If any of them hypothetically became or did something corrupt, did something dodgy, then there is a problem. But if you can trust that the person doing, if you can trust that the multi-signatories are okay, should be fine, right? So there are a plethora of different options within Lido. And then obviously, if you want to then utilize the staked ETH in other ecosystems, you can do. And you can start trying to strengthen your overall yield. There are a lot of validators that they've already got in place, or many of them very, very well known, and presumably trustworthy. But it is trusting that your ETH is with a good validator. I suppose my concern with this, because I actually, like I say, I like the project. I really do. I think it's a really innovative way to make sure that people holding Ethereum or Polkadot, well, particularly Ethereum, aren't subject to having, that 40 grand's worth of Ethereum to be able to stake it, right? So it's a nice way to allow people to participate. But it's open source. And I do believe that we're going to end up with a number of different copies of Lido. And if one of those copies takes off, I do think Lido runs the risk of losing some of its market share as a result. Right now, obviously, it's the king of this, and a king of sort of liquid Ethereum staking, but easily copied. And if it's easily copied, people will copy it. If they can market themselves better than Lido, they've got the shot of taking a decent chunk of Lido's market share. The other thing, obviously, as well, is the risk within DeFi. We've seen hacks left, right, and center. A hack to Lido could be, or an unidentified bug could be detrimental to their long-term future. That is less of a risk, I suppose, or that's less likely than a range of copies of Lido DAO. And then the question is can any of them outperform Lido in terms of marketing? And that's a big thing. Because the thing is, as well, is we're already seeing some centralized exchanges offering Ethereum staking because they've utilized the same principles as Lido DAO. So additional products within yield farms and stuff need to start being introduced. They need to start widening their product beyond just the fact that they're integrated with a ton of different projects. It will probably go up in price. The reason I don't love it is, like I say, I think it's such a good idea. I think it's going to get copied. And I think if you've got a very effective marketing manager for the copies, on any of the copies, I think Lido can lose some of its market share and potentially will lose the momentum of the rally it could have. But overall, obviously, outstanding. It's a very, very, very good project. But that's my only concern. I do think we're going to see lots of clones. And let's see if any of them are successful. But if you end up with a marketing manager that's had a lot of success, I'd back them to take a decent amount of Lido's market share. But what do you guys think? I'm not discounting at all Lido's quality, and my concern is more they're cloned. What do you think? What do you think the risk is with regards to that? And is there any concern or worry regarding putting your Ethereum into Lido, given the DeFi hacks and everything else that we've seen over the past year? Let me know in the comments down below. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell notification so you know when new content's coming out. And guys, if you want to see the coins I'm buying up in this bear cycles are the best time to invest. Then come check out Copy My Crypto. It's where I share my portfolio, how it's presented, how it's laid out. If you want to make these gains, you can see exactly why I've got the portfolio I've got, why I believe all these coins will have massive success. When I find the next coin I think can do the run Phantom did, I'm going to let the members know. So if you want to get ahead of the curve, if you want to beat the crowds in terms of getting on board those 100x coins, come check out Copy My Crypto. Go to the site, read through it. Everything's verifiable on YouTube. And if you like it, come join me and I'll see you there. Take it easy. Bye-bye.